Today is July 2nd, 2023, and it's Sunday. I would have came down here yesterday. I acquired another bicycle when I was configuring it yesterday. It took me longer to configure it because there's problems with it, which unfortunately you don't see when you're initially purchasing it. The problem is that it's a Schwinn. That's the problem. So with that said, now everyone knows what the problem with Schwinn is. The problem with Schwinn bikes is that their 29s aren't true 29s. The 29s are 28 and quarters. And my old bike, which was a Roadmaster, which was 29. This one here is like a 28 and quarter. So even the handlebars are not in alignment. I can't get a good video shot straightforward. Anyway, so and there's a couple other gear ratio issues going on with the bike too. So anyway, I may not ride. I don't know. It all depends. If it's low tide and there's a nice spread, I'll go on the beach. Other than that, I plan on selling this bike. And not only that, the back wheel is not even spinning perfectly in alignment, which is another annoying factor. So, the problem with my Quarrymaster bike is that the front spoke leaked out fluid. And not that that's a problem. I welded it, and the welding job seems to have given it an airtight suspension. So it doesn't use oil per se, it uses air, which is just as good. I put a little oil in it, baby oil. But anyway, so we'll see. Test this bike out. I already know that my Roadmaster has better rolling force. This one seems to peter out after a little bit. With my Roadmaster, I pedal it one good pedal, and it's rolling. This one just seems to want to hug the road and stop. Now I did increase the tire pressure to 65 psi in the back one at least. I'm hoping it's holding air. The front one, again, I bought this bike from a friend of mine. He seems to have given me a lemon, which is pretty sad, but the front tire has got one of those European design air plugs. And I'll make a long story short, that's annoying. I parked where I normally parked, which was wide open. Everyone here is fighting for parking at Livermore Park. Another problem with this bike I got, it's what's called a downhill mountain bike. So it's got small gears, and I don't like it already. A Quarrymaster with the bigger tires, the larger gears. I wish I could take the front strut off this and put it on my Quarrymaster. We'll see. And another thing about this bike has nice brakes. And my Quarrymaster doesn't have really not that good of a brake system. Alright, so we're gonna look. First opportunity we have to go to the beach. We're gonna go. Sanibel is still closed. Keep on investigating it. So I wanted to see if, this would be a good weekend if I could bicycle out on the causeway, but they said bicycle traffic's not allowed on the causeway. I mean, there was actually two statements by Lee County Department of Transportation. One was bicycles are not allowed, and the second one was cross at your own peril. I was like, wait a minute, that means you're allowed to cross. Excellent. So, but I think they really mean cross as your do not cross. Looks like I'm going to go out to the water from there. I see people are making K-turns right in front of Bodwich Point, so there's no point going down there. Again, I don't know why they still have that place closed down there. I mean, do they have to wait till the bathrooms are open? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, people are making U-turns, so there's no point in me going all the way down there. This is a nice building here. If I had to buy a building, this would be a nice... It's got all these expensive pavers, and the pavers need to be reset. And that's the sad thing about pavers, you know? You get a nice concrete driveway, or even a cheaper asphalt driveway. Yeah, if you can easily patch a concrete or an asphalt driveway, and to resurface it, concrete's a little more challenging. You might have to rip it up and redo it. Asphalt, it's pretty easy. Just lay another coating down, you're all set. Pavers, on the other hand, you got to pick them all up, re-level the whole foundation, and then put them back down. Wow, it costs almost just as much. I'm not sure if it's higher or the tide, but the water here is beautiful. Look at this azure. Alright, I'm not gonna make it there. The tide looks high, but I can't. It was a full moon last night, nice one. Smart people. They actually parked here for free, and they set up their campsite right near where they parked. I was talking to my neighbor who said that down in Naples there used to be able to drive to Vanderbilt Beach right on the beach. That, you know, it's sad that they took that away. See, look, the tide is high. I'm not gonna be able to bicycle on the beach anyway. I'm just going to bicycle here down to Times Square. If I can bicycle down to Times Square. Alright. Oh, the water's gorgeous. Look at that. It's so clear. There's no seaweed. It's got a little tiny chop. The wind is coming from the south to the north. You got nice cumulus clouds. You got low level, mid level, and upper level. So there will be rain later on today. You can see it's raining over there. That's probably Benita Springs where it's raining. Alright. Yeah, so this bicycle's got 1.95 inch tires. Mine was 2.1. So this one's a little more. And the back tire of this one's worn. My tires are brand new. So far, so good. The one thing I don't like about this bike as well is the seat is too low. The seat is, it has the same post as my Quarry Master, but the frame of my Quarry Master is a little taller. So it adds 2 more inches to the seat. And that's what this bike needs. It needs the seat raised 2 more inches. I can tell just by looking at the surf where the seashells are that low tide will be good shelling up here. I can see a whole bunch of color in the surf. That's the thing. My other bicycle, I've got gel tires, so I can run over seashells. This one, I don't have gel tires. I should go out and buy some. But nah, I'm going to sell this because I really want a 29 inch. And there's other perturbing issues with this bike, so yeah, I made a bad purchasing decision. I can still bring my old bike out. Nothing wrong with it. Crowded. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's hot. Probably about 95 out. 95 with the wind blowing. And the bike doesn't shift as cleanly as my Roadmaster. Roadmaster just had a better front fork. It'd be better than a Schwinn. And this is a Schwinn. Oh, catch. Oh, sorry.
That's okay, don't worry.
Thank you. It didn't look like it was low tide, but it is low tide because this section of the beach usually is never exposed at low tide or high tide. We're passing by Times Square, and it's dead as can be. They took the old West Coast Surf Shop elevator tower that survived Hurricane Ian, and they kind of took out all the windows and just they solidified all where the windows were. They didn't knock it down, and now they're working on the aluminum roof of it. Just gonna put an aluminum roof on it. And there are lots of people too. So most of the parking lots are full. A lot of boats parked offshore today.
I would.
You can tell the tide was in about an hour ago. So I'm kind of glad I got here a little later because an hour ago I would not have been able to bicycle on the beach at all. And I can see there's pools of water. I know it didn't rain here. And those pools would only stick around for about an hour or two. So definitely a sign that the tide had just gone out. So, they're still working on the pool here. We're passing by Margaritaville. And they got the telephone post in the ground to make a fence. Crows just have no fear of humans. They're around. Water is beautiful. So inviting. I mean, there's so many people in the water right now. It's just so inviting. And we've got a little seaweed here, tiny bit, but it's only in by shore. So it's gorgeous.
I just don't have the right mind frame.
Thai. And then it says that the restaurant's open on the ground floor, but the ground floor and first floor are still in renovation. And the second floor looks like it's in renovation a little bit too. Thank you. It was cloudless this morning. It was gorgeous. I really wanted to come out here at 9 o'clock in the morning, but because of the bicycle, I was trying to adjust the gears, and I had moved the cameras onto the bike yesterday, but I had gear issues, and I was just frustrated with it. And then today, after discovering the wheels aren't a full 29 inches, and when the back wheel is not really in alignment, it just kind of wobbles, I was like, you know what? This bike is temporary. I hate doing it. I hate buying a bike that's temporary. See, it was a high tide here because this much water came in. It wasn't really raining last night. High tide. I don't know. I mean, the way I'm bicycling here is kind of enjoyable. I might come back this way. I'm only going to go down to, I don't even know if I'm going to go down to Publix. But the beach is gorgeous. Still got big piles of rubble by the old hotel that was just north of Diamond Head on Sarah Boulevard. It looks like they're making little headway, but not much. Oh, thank you. I just hit one seashell, which sounds like it penetrated the tire. Let's see when I get home. Or we'll see when I come make the turnaround if the tire's flat. That's one thing, if the tire is flat, you can't walk a bike over Sanibel Causeway. So when I'm bicycling on Sanibel, I gotta be extra precautious. And that's why I bought the gel tires, because they could take a licking and keep it inflated. Hello. So there's been some advertisements and news about how businesses on Sanibel are really struggling because the people are not coming back because there's so many restrictions, and the only parking there is in Sanibel is paid parking. And some of the like Bailey's and Bailey's is still out of commission, but like Jerry's are limiting the amount of people that can park there. Like they really only want customers to park there. So, and it makes it's no fun to go to Sanibel just to go across the causeway, and you're restricted at 20 miles an hour, and the police are everywhere, causing additional roadblocks, one way each way. You can't see anything because there's big sound mounds and those Jersey barriers on both sides of the road. So it's only when you get up on the bridges does it look nice. So the Causeway Islands have to open. That's what brings in 3/4 of the business. And then those people who paid the $6, or in my case, it'd be $9, then after they're done with the beach, then they go out to eat. And then they'll go on to Sanibel and they'll eat. See, that without the causeway, I don't understand why the city of Sanibel and Lee County don't understand that. During off season, it's the causeway, and they should lower it back down to $6, not make it $9. That's ridiculous. It's the causeway parking that allows people to go on Sanibel. Now, they don't have to go on Sanibel. I've seen parking all day here in Fort Myers Beach for $10 a day. So, if the difference is $9 or $10, Fort Myers Beach has a lot more going for it. Let's stay here at Fort Myers. Alright, so I think I'm gonna turn around right here. I'm not even gonna get any further. Let me think about this. I'm gonna at least go up to Junkaroo, or what's the void cavity, what was Junkaroo, and Fresh Catch. I'm not going down to the church because the church was there's no more free water down there. I have a water bottle in my car, a big one, but it's kind of a warm water bottle by now. And the church doesn't give out water anymore, and they knocked down the church's building. So they do have a what should I call it? A food pantry. I think it's on Saturdays. I think it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not sure exactly, but it's less and less. They have less space because they knocked down their building, so they don't have that much space for food. The demand is really high, so they don't give out water anymore because when people coming to the food bank want it. So, okay, we're getting a lot of seaweed here on the beach. I'm turning around now. Fresh Catch is straight ahead where that radio tower is, right in front of it. So I can see that there's really nothing more going on. I don't want to drive through all the seaweed. The beach is getting narrow too. And there's a sandbar right there. That's cool. It's about 10 yards out. Right. Just a gorgeous day out. I'm looking down at the seashells. Yesterday, garage selling, tons of seashells people are trying to sell. So it looks like, these are beautiful collections. I just saw a nice left-handed whelk there on the ground. Most of the people I talked to said they used to go to either Bowman's Beach or Blind Pass Sanibel and spend the whole day there, just dredge where the waves are breaking. They would just dredge and filter, dredge, and that's where they would find these beautiful seashells. And a lot of these seashells that they find, a lot of the really beautiful ones, those ones I know are in the back canals. Sanibel, in their canal system, they have different areas, have different types. I know where the King's Crowns are. That's in the Shell Harbor canal system. You got big King's Crowns in there, and then you got helmet shells down by Mid Island, down by West Gulf Drive. So I'm getting a little headwind, so. Pressure on these tires. Some of these seashells look really sharp. I gotta really be careful. I guess the tide's still going out. If the tide was out a little bit further and I could bicycle on that sandbar, that'd be nice and smooth in those seashells. This is the biggest sandcastle or dredge on the beach that they encounter. Look. Again, coming back up upon Diamond Head. Here's the chapel by the sea we're passing. Yeah, they haven't restored it at all. It's collapsing. They're gonna have to demolish the whole thing. It's gonna be more open space. And the reason why they haven't demolished it is because they're probably looking for a buyer, just like the other church down by there. Because they were self-insured. So that's the thing. You're self-insured. You know, you have to really give it a long time, because you know there are those buyers that are hesitant that will come forward, not at market price, but you know what? Sometimes if you're a big enough business, you may qualify for FEMA loans, but I guess in their case they didn't qualify. So it's just gorgeous. There's another sandbar. Looks like it's about 40 yards out, and people are heading out to that. It's totally gorgeous. You can see where that lighter green is. So the other sandbar, that one is kind of merged with the beach up here, but there is like a little faint thing about 25 yards out, and about 40 yards out there's another sandbar. It's like no one's renting the parasail right now. It's at least this one. I see one down by the beach that's being rented. Lots of dogs on the beach, but the dogs right now are trying to stay under umbrella. This dog's looking like he's looking for some shadows. Can't find any. It's digging. So this is all Diamond Head right here. Everyone out. All these blue umbrellas. It's Diamond Head. I haven't noticed anything really different between last weekend. I did do a video on Sunday. I just haven't put it up online yet. So sometime today I'll squeeze them in. I'm working on a lot of programming at home. So that's been diverting my attention. Once you get into like a good click of a good work ethic, you don't want to stop. There's some people seashelling, that's for sure. So this is where the sandbar merged with the beach. You can see it's kind of wide. Wide and a lot less seashells to run over. Perfect. Further south from the beach I was going, the more seashells I was running into, and the more angled the beach was, a higher angle. So it was getting narrower and narrower, more seaweed, as every other. back on Lanakai. Again, this area is crowded. This is one of the most crowded weekends I've ever seen. The other casualty is my sunglasses. I can't seem to find them. I wonder if I left them at tennis. I'm wearing my ballistic glasses right now. So I look kind of out of place on the beach with ballistic glasses. Huh? I bet it's $3. Let's see. No prices. Definitely there's alcohol in the boat, so that's where people are going. They're probably making a lot of money too. If they stack the boat with alcohol, people from the beach walk out to the boat. You know, it's easy to sell a bottle for $3. That's another business idea. Either you drink all your beer or you sell it. You probably get it for a little more than $1 a bottle. Sell it for $2 to $3 a bottle. Lots of sandcastles being built. That was a big one. Once Margaritaville opens, this will be the place, the center of attention. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Back on Times Square. Times Square is pretty much still a shell of its former self. There's only food trucks there, and there's no real bathrooms. There is 2 ice cream stores there, but they're a little farther away from the beach. So not as easily discernible. So you got Hershey's ice cream. It's a food truck sells ice cream. And they have a sign, a billboard right where there's parking, so you can see how much they charge. A lot of for sale signs trying to sell the old Topo Mast, Pier 1, and Dairy Queen. sandcastle. This is going to be difficult. I think I can get through up here. I think. Let's see. Still a sandbar. Here, the sandbar about maybe 10 yards out and then about 30 yards out. But the one 30 yards out is a wide one. And looks like it's about 2 feet deep. I came out here a little too late to see the pirate boat. The pirate boat usually leaves around 10:30. And then it's done by like 11:45, 12. So they're still trying to build berms over here. I see, okay, in front of the Best Western where I want to put a casino, there is a start of a berm here, all these piles of sand. You get the police here with an ATV on the beach. I don't know what they're doing because they're just enjoying themselves. All right, here's my, oh no, the next one. All right. Coming to the beach though, even if you're going bicycling, you gotta wear or bring a bathing suit because this water is just too inviting. There's a, I thought it was a coconut. Someone's football is washing up on the beach. I see 2 parasailers out there now. You can see them over there. All right, this is my exit. Soft sand that's over here. I don't want to even attempt to bicycle. It looks like it rained here by the way the sand has a coating of like dimples on it, but still it's a coating over soft sand. There's like a piece I've discovered. Although people are parking in this area over here too. And this is probably the better area to park. People over here. We have to explore a little bit. This is not all about beach bicycling. It's beach bicycling and exploring and treasure hunting. So right now we're doing treasure hunting and exploring. I don't see any treasure. It's pretty lame exploring. Alright. So this concrete, for the most part, it survived. I wouldn't call it aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, but the river rock here was, you can tell that whatever was here, it looked like this was a tennis or shuffleboard court or something, and this was a road, or that was carports. That's probably what it was. The middle here was all carports, and I got this completely destroyed. Aluminum carports. So now it just looks disgusting. But I guess if they were to blow this and maybe air blow it, it wouldn't look too bad. Oh, all right. Yeah, that storm from Benita is gaining strength. I would say another hour until it hits here. But the wind is strange enough, the wind is coming kind of like from the southwest. So it may push that cloud away. It all depends where the convergence zone is. If the convergence zone is off Fort Myers Beach towards the Gulf, then the rainstorm will come this way. But because of the way the clouds are building, it looks like the convergence zone is over Matanzas Bay or farther inland a little bit. So that convergence zone will destroy any clouds that came up next to it. It could cause them to completely dissipate. Again, this is the Best Western Plus. I love it. They got their skeleton crew. So they have a building permit. Looks like they're still working on the roof. Someone's flying a kite on the beach, I guess. This whole area right here is highly sought after. It's quiet. The land between the beach and the road here is fairly wide, so you can build pretty much whatever you want. And then even over here on the left, all this for sale signs. This property is highly sought after. Again, easy to get to, close. You can walk to downtown, bicycle, whatever. But you're just far enough that you're not going to hear all that noise from eventually when Times Square gets rebuilt a year from now. You're just far away, I'd say right up to this point where you won't hit the noise. Closer than this point, you don't hear that noise. That noise until 2 o'clock in the morning. So, still good real estate. I'd love to buy it. Edison Beach House, they should actually buy this land here on the right-hand side. I mean, it's got a fence around it, so there is a building permit. So something's going to be built here. All-day parking, flat rate. And that's another thing. On this side, parking is a lot cheaper than on the other side of San Carlos Boulevard. You know, the other side of San Carlos Boulevard, parking is like $15, $20 a day minimum. Let's see. Yeah, this bike has a tendency for a lower mile per hour kind of like consistency. We'll go around Times Square, check it out. Again, you have 2,000 flavors. There's ice cream there. And then in the old Kilwins, there's an ice cream food truck. They seem to be doing really well. That's what people want. They want waffle cones. Playing Elvis Presley. Shaved ice. Here's the Hershey's ice cream. Not doing business right now. I guess they charge $2 for a waffle cone. Large is $9, medium is $6. So it's almost as expensive as what the previous ice cream stores were selling the stuff for. Not Okay, I'm looking at Margaritaville, and they did put some kind of a little lunch covered area near what appears to be an elevated like lounge area / maybe they're gonna put a pool up there. I don't know, or maybe it's gonna be a lazy river. That'd be sweet. But if it's a lazy river, that's gonna be totally awesome. There are a lot of pipes, so it could be, but I don't know. If it was a lazy river, it'd be a really shallow one, like about 2 or 3 foot. That's what they need here. They need a resort with a nice lazy river. And, if I owned a casino here, definitely put a lazy river in. And I'd put it in, I'd elevate it too. So in case there was another flood, I'd make sure I would go up 15 feet. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down to just a little bit beyond the Lamakai here on the road to come back. Check it out. All right, so I'm looking at the pool area here, and I don't see a lazy river, but I do see a beautiful pool, and it looks like there's going to be a bridge spanning the middle of the pool, and I don't see a wave like generator machine, so it's gonna. There are some shallow ends where you could just lounge down in the pool, which is nice. Dudley's Barbecue. Got a big tent. Thank God they got a tent. That helps out. And then there's a sign there. The new sign I see, 7-Eleven, we're rebuilding. Okay. Can't wait. Again, this real estate right here is for sale on the right hand side. Commercial lot. I would love to buy that. That would take some serious money though. Just get through the permitting. Be serious. See, $15 all day parking. That's pretty good. Noting that they're probably lowered it to 15 because half the day's over already. But on a day like this where it's really crowded, you can still get $20. And the Lanakai is open now, so a lot of this parking is Lanakai parking. Lanakai beach parking, $15. And then over here I see $20 all day. See a lot of available spots. So and then here's the old Hooters parking lot. I don't know if people are being charged to park here or not, but this was the Hooters parking lot. I don't know. Let's drive in here. Here's this house that's still listing. They did a big expose about this house in Hurricane Irma, like in 2017, how they fixed it. I guess they didn't fix it as good as they could have because Hurricane Ian took it and tilted it again. But you can see how it's tilted. Can't really see it, but it is tilted about 3 inches off vertical for the 15 feet that each one of those posts are. Or maybe they're 12 foot. That's almost like 12 foot. About 3 feet off, 3 inches off vertical. What I am noticing though is that there's a lot of police camera systems being installed that are solar powered. It's like Big Brother's watching and listening probably. Alright, so this little restaurant over here. starting to demolish this building. Just take a quick look at it. It's this building, well, for one, the building on the left-hand side, the goods, that has to come down. That thing is beyond repair. And then over there on the left, that's the old, there was an old bike rental place. People are parking there for free, which is smart. Even over here on the right, people are parking here. There was a real estate place here, I forget what it was. But hey, anywhere you can park free. It looks like they're starting to tear that building down on the left-hand side, which is good. You need to tear it down. And then here's the building I want to buy. I want to buy too many buildings. Problem is, buildings are too expensive. This building needs some serious work. All the air conditioners are wiped out. All the electrical needs to be rewired. You're talking somewhere between 100 to 200,000 to do all this. And I really want to find a turnkey place, not something that I'm going to be buying. It's destroyed like this. You even have a second broker in on it, so it's a dual broker sale. See, look at all these police towers. I mean, what is this? Are these police towers or are these lifeguards? They don't say lifeguards, they say police. I'm not sure if these police are just enforcing the paid parking that's here. So look at the porta potties. Town employee parking. So you got one of them.
Well, you're not sitting in the back.
Alright, so here's this rainstorm. It is expanding. I think Bonita Beach, maybe a little Vanderbilt Beach is getting wet. But that's it. We're doing some exploring right now. So this is the Diamond Head, and you can see that they have a lot of cars parked here. So these are obviously guests. How many open spots? I count 3 so far. Well, there technically would be 4 because the way I came in, there was an opening right there, so I can squeeze another car in. So 4. Oh, there's a 5th. 5 open. Car back in there. So it's not too bad. 5 opens on this side, and then also Diamond Head owns the property across the street. So the property where all those cars are parking, probably for free to use the beach, right over there. That's the parking lot that Diamond Head owns. All right, now I want to cross the street. Wonderful. Yeah, I do like that blue building. I'm just trying to think. You know, it's just going to be such a... You can't just finish one little section. And for an occupancy license, you have to build the whole thing. That's the sad thing. For occupancy, the whole thing has got to be built. And this is 2 separate pieces of property too. So you don't get, like, you just get the blue building. So there's another property that abuts that property right there. This was the old Leaky Tiki right here on the right hand side. Right now there's just a power track machinery rental, Caterpillar parked there. Leaky Tiki opened up where the old, Pier 41 Seafoods was. I mean, I like this property. It's just there's too much involved in fixing it. Even the boardwalk needs to be ripped up here. It's all lopsided and dangerous. And this Mr. Tequila Mexican restaurant, sad, obviously uninsured, wiped out. They should make a mall though out of this, a 7-day mall, especially at 6 a.m. because at 6 a.m. no one's here, and if they did a 6 to 12 or 6 to 11 mall, why not make it 5 to 11 in the summertime? That would bring a lot of people to the beach, and then like like we just passed on the left-hand side where the old Hooters was. That's the Hooters parking lot right now on the left-hand side. You'll open up a little beach restaurant, snack bar, just making omelets or whatever. I mean, of course, you're going to have to serve liquor because people are going to think that since you're in the old Hooters area, you're going to sell beer and wine too. So you have to have a 2COP license at least. But see the sky ahead of us. It's just gorgeous. I'm looking to the north. I'm looking behind me. It's threatening, but just looking to the north, it's a beautiful day. Guy's shaking his head no, but he's shaking his head at that car. I don't drive in here. $20 a day now here. Here's Yo Taco. They're one of the success stories here. Their building got wiped out, but they were one of the first to rebuild. Now, here's something that did change. There used to be a business behind Yo Taco. Wow.
Did you already pay him? I don't think so, because he didn't do shit. It doesn't look finished.
What happened to that building that was here?
Oh, they put it on flatbeds.
Yeah.
And they took it to they're at 480 Harbor Court, 450 Harbor Court.
On Fort Myers Beach?
Yeah, and Moss Marine.
Oh, back there?
Yeah, so they took all the things there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they must have just did that then.
A week ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got better parts.
Oh, okay. Wow. So that's interesting. So that's the significant change. But I wouldn't have gone that direction. I would have gone, I mean, yeah, Margaritaville is going to be nice if they could have picked up a short-term lease. See, that's the thing about real estate people. I hope real estate people are working this boulevard because that's what they need here. This lot here, that's the 7-Eleven lot, they could potentially get a short-term lease. And then across the street on the left-hand side, that should be a short-term lease. And anyone on that side of the beach with a restaurant would really do well. So yeah, things are changing. Yeah, the closer you can get to Margaritaville, the better. So right here on the right-hand side, this was the old beach whale. I could have bought this in 1989 for $279,000. Good thing I didn't. I mean, I probably would have made my money by then, but I would have been probably overly invested and I would have got wiped out. And then on the right-hand side here, they got a fence around it. This was the old, whatchamacallit, Silver Sands Resort that sold out to Margaritaville. So obviously they got a fence around it, so they intend to build something. And now this place here did have a for sale sign in the front of it. I still see Diane Jane. All right. And the wood needs to be stripped out. There is a little construction fence around it, so they do have a permit. And they did put up some boards, which is a good indication. It's a lot of work. I mean, I like it because it has beachfront. I mean, not beachfront. It has anchorage or dockage, I should say. It's in a good location, and it would be a good real estate office, and it would be a nice little like motorcycle bar. This is the perfect place for a motorcycle bar because the old motorcycle bar that used to be directly across the street from here is now no longer here. So this would be a great motorcycle bar / real estate office. I mean, even this place, Ocean Jewels, stands a good potential to make some money if he was to sell. But he would better sell quickly because I think all this property here that's available on the right hand side. Now that Silver Sands was bought, some of the homes on that side as well are going to be sold. He's going to be in the squeeze. We're going to try to squeeze him out. We're going to try to squeeze him out without paying him anything for his land. And he'll probably make good money. I'm not saying he's going to lose money, but now's the time to lay the cards on the table and see if you can get that big payout, and then reinvest it somewhere else here on the island, where there's there's still a lot of opportunities. There's people that are just saying, okay, I'm done, let's sell for whatever. Those are the people you want to buy from now. And a lot of property that, like this on the right hand side, I see a rope around it, so there is some kind of a building permit or something going on, but obviously it's abandoned. And then all this property on both sides of the road here is both the Lighthouse Resort and the Matlacha Inn and Resort. They want to buy all this land. So any investment in this raw land is a good investment. Now, of course, you have to do something with it, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully next weekend, a video, maybe Santa will be open.